Now, Devontae, you're the number one defensive tackle, or the tackle in general, going into the 2019 season. How do you approach that as a player? As far as like, how do you try to not only maintain that status? How do you look to get better when you already have so much acclamation?
Just being disciplined, listening to my coaches, and working hard.
Now, you personally, when did you get into football? When was that something that you became interested in?
Around when I was 9.
When you were 9?
Yeah.
Where were you playing here in Belleville? What was that? Was it?
I was playing in Detroit for the Eastside Titans.
Eastside Tigers?
No, Titans.
The Titans. Okay. Now, how did that go for you? How did that turn your love into football? How did that?
Well, at first I didn't like football. I thought it was silly, but when I started playing, then it started being fun. I started loving it as I progressed.
What was the first position that you wanted to play?
I ain't really know positions, but the first position I played, I think, was nose guard.
Nose guard? And then you kind of stayed along the idea of being a tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there are many other positions that you've wanted to play, or you just?
No, tight end, possibly. In the red zone, tight end.
You've gotten that opportunity yet ever?
No.
No. Now you're a pretty big guy, especially for your age. What kind has that shown you? Having a lot of advantages on the field?
Oh, sometimes yes.
Now, aside from having the size advantage, what do you do to try to get better on a daily, weekly, yearly basis?
Work on my football IQ, better footwork, hand placement, just more discipline in my technique.
Now you're getting recruited quite a bit already at your age. What schools? I will ask you what schools are actually starting to talk to you at this point.
Well, the ones that haven't offered me yet, or the ones
Just
that
in
have?
general.
Ohio State, Auburn, Michigan State, Michigan. I'm starting to get letters from USC, Florida State, and Notre Dame.
Now, being a sophomore, going into that sophomore season, what's it like for you to have that many teams coming after you already?
Well, it kind of put a chip on my shoulder, so that means I just got to keep getting better so they could keep that interest and get more interest.
You have a couple schools here locally. You're only about 10 miles away from Ann Arbor, about 45, 50 miles away from Michigan State. Ohio State's not that far away either. How do you look at those programs? I mean, they're already somewhat local. They can come here and see you. You're developing relationships with those guys already?
Yeah. With the O-line coaches and head coaches, we talk a little bit, and came out to a couple practices and camps.
Now, Coach Crowell, this is his second year, so you've had 1 year with him. Talk about what has this program been like for you to you've got a guy that was already seen what it's like to build a really great contender there at Cass Tech. Now he's here at Belleville. What is it like for you to play with him?
It's good. It's going to push me to be better because he got high standards for all his players.
All right. Anything that you want people to know about you that might be surprising to some of the people that are following football, following recruiting? No, nothing special. What do you do outside of football?
More football.
More football.
Sweet.
You play one of the video games at all?
NCAA.
Or what team do you usually play as?
Right now I'm playing with Ohio State, the quarterback.
Playing as Ohio State?
Yeah. Bro, they drafted me. They drafted you? Yeah, I didn't ask to go to their team. That's the only offer I had, bro.
So you're playing as the player itself?
Yeah.